Here are 3 exercises I did after having babies to help re-strengthen my pelvic floor to help me get back to rebounding. Now take your time, there's no rush. Maybe it takes weeks or even months to feel comfortable to get back on that rebounder, always doing what's best for you. But if you grab a ball, you want to take that ball just between those inner thighs above those knees, bringing those feet about hip distance wider depending how inflated that ball is. First, you're just going to want to breathe. You want to think of those points of contact, those hips and that pelvic bone and also that tailbone. It's kind of like that triangle in the front and triangle in the back. As you inhale, you want to expand, and as you exhale, you want to think of drawing those triangles together. So exhaling, drawing your hip bones together. As you exhale at the same time, think of lifting that pelvic bone and that tailbone gently up and in. So you're kind of creating that exhale, drawing in like this. So take that breath there. Inhale. Exhale, draw those hip bones in, draw that pelvic floor. That's that connection you want to keep, that deeper transverse connection. And then you want to just find that little health bounce. So once you have that connection, you can add that little health bounce. That ball is there to help give feedback to that pelvic floor. You add that inner thigh, a little bit of resistance with that ball. It is going to help you connect deeper to that pelvic floor and kind of feel what's going on. So taking that time to build up how long you do this health bounce for. Exercise 2, keeping that ball, again, great for feedback. You want to keep those feet hip distance, maybe a little narrow depending on that ball, and we're just going to find some little squats. So pressing that with the heel, we're going to inhale, sit the hips back, and as you exhale, again, think of drawing that triangle, that pelvic floor, lifting, exhale, lift and squeeze that ball. Sitting those hips back, inhale, exhale, lift. Using that ball, that inner thigh, add a little gentle squeeze as we exhale and lift as extend. Exhale, lift. Ball, providing great a little bit inner thigh, which helps connect to that pelvic floor lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Exercise 3, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. This can also be done on the floor. We're going to keep that ball. So we're going to come just into that tabletop series, making sure that back is nice and neutral. We're not arching. We're not rounding through it. Nice and neutral spine. Again, adding that little bit of tension on that ball and the exhale. So inhale, just kind of let that triangle, let that belly kind of expand. Exhale, think of drawing that pelvic floor up and together. That triangle narrows, and you're going to add a little squeeze of that ball. So inhale, gently letting go. Exhale, find that connection, drawing into the pelvic floor. Draw that triangle closer together. Squeeze that ball. Inhale, let go. Exhale, think of squeezing that ball, lifting through that pelvic floor. Spine stays nice and long. Inhale, let go. Exhale, squeeze to that ball. So those are just a few exercises you can do to help strengthen that pelvic floor postpartum so you can kind of get yourself back to bouncing.